Hello and welcome to the basic presentation of the item engineering tool. My name is Christian Thiel and I'm the responsible product manager for our online tools. The item engineering tool is a complete online web-based engineering software which allows you to create a design with the item products without downloading anything, without installing something, without waiting or calling for your software administrator. It's a complete web software, which means it's as well responsive designed, so you can use it on any device, on a smartphone, on a tablet, on a laptop or PC, or on a classical desktop, and it does not depend whether you're using Mac OS, Android, iOS or Windows. It works fine with all of them. As well, if I import one product, you can see it's so-called responsive designed. That means if I change the size of my window, as well the size of my navigation elements are changing. If I resize the screen, all of the elements will come back in the right size. Okay, what do we see when the engineering tool is started? We have one area for the used products, one area for product interaction, a magic button, view control, product configuration, contact information, here at the bottom the product catalog, and last but not least the project manager. In the top you can see there's the user login, and here's our video tutorial help, which gives you information about the different things and different features which are used in our software. Okay, let's start with the view control. You can, by left clicking into the white area, hold the left mouse button pushed, rotate your mouse, and now your camera is rotated. This is as well on a touch device, it's one finger. With the right mouse button pushed, or two fingers, it's panning, so moving the camera view, or your scroll wheel, or pinch and zoom on a touch device is zooming in and out. It's similar to the buttons here: zoom out, zoom in, and go back to your camera view. As well, with the left mouse button you can move a product around the area and in the 3D scene. So what do we see now? Now we have imported the first profile. It's found in the structure, and we have imported it by just left mouse button, hold it pushed, drag and drop it in your scene, and that's it. It works fine as well if you just left click on a product and then it's placed as well. You can as well import products from the structure, which shows you every single product which is used in your design. As soon as you're selecting a product in the 3D scene, it's as well highlighted in the structure. From here you can re-import it into your scene. It's similar to the summary. The summary just gives you the information about the different products. Same products are summarized at one position. Another thing which I showed now to you is if there is too less information, you can resize the size of all of these information here. So you can as well reduce the information so that you will receive more place, more working space for you. So the next thing is the product catalog. I showed to you, you can just by left click or drag and drop import a product into your scene. As well, you can maximize the catalog by using this icon here. and then you will see here all of the different products. And the product filters will help you to select the right product very easy for your use case. But we will see that later. If you would like to import a product from here, it's the same like before. You can either just left click a product, or you can left click on a product, move your mouse, and then it's like a drag and drop into the scene. If I minimize now my dialog, we see there are 2 more products imported. The red exclamation mark means there is a collision, and the collision can be solved. If you click on next, it will show you which products are in the collision, or you can see it in the structure by having a look at the exclamation mark, and then just move it away and everything works fine. Okay, the next way for getting a product is right clicking. On a touch device it would be a so-called long touch, and then you can click on copy, or you can select a product and use our copy button. And that's it. As well, you can use what is already known from Windows software, so copy and paste, Control C, Control V, and as well the product is copied. This works as well if you're using multi-selection. Multi-selection is working eitherly if you're hitting the Control key on your keyboard, or if you do not have a keyboard, or if you would like to use it, you can click on the arrow and then you can select multiple products, move them together, you can copy them together, or of course you can delete them together. If you would like to deactivate the multi-selection, just hit the button again. The next feature is rotating a product. Just hit either the Alt key on your keyboard or hit this button here, rotate. You can click it once and then it will be activated for at least one rotating feature, or you can click it twice and then it will be active as long as you deactivate this button. If you would like to rotate a product, you can see now these 3 colored circles. They are placed every time on the plane where around the product will be rotated. So if we would like to have this in an upright position, we just click the red button and rotate it, and now 2 times. Now it's rotated again and again. But what can happen if you're just rotating it by 45 degrees in this way and this way and this way, and in the end it will be very, very curious in the position. If you have a product in this way orientated in your design, you can just right click it, reset selection, and then it will be placed on a basic orientation. Okay, now let's go to these petrol colored buttons here. They are showing our so-called variant technology. If you're looking on this profile, you can see it's a profile 840 by 40 byte. It's as well this name, this product number, and this product has different properties. Now we can change the length of a profile just by clicking on this colored arrows on the front of the or the top, or we could use this slider here. We could enter a length here, or we could enter a length as well here. And now you see this lock here is red. That means it's locked and now it's unlocked. So as soon as the lock is locked, you cannot change anything in the dimension of this product. We're now going to the product configuration dialog. You can change the type of the profile to a standard profile. Now you see it's no longer a light one, it's a standard one. Or you could use closed grooves. And this exclamation mark here in orange means yes, you can change this value, but then we need to change another value too. The reason why this appears here is easy. We do not have a standard profile with closed grooves. If I go now to two sides closed by 90 degrees, you see it's in profile economy. And now I can go back to light and everything is fine. So, but the variant technology is much more powerful than it looks like within this example. Let's just import a couple of products. A profile 84040 light. Now we click on filters and now we could say okay, we select either a product with a special shape or groove type, but we select the line now. We take a profile line 6 and we take two profiles line 5 and a profile line 12, a big one, maybe a profile line 10, another big one, and profiles with a specific shape. As well, you could select our bending stress calculator, so just select the way the deflection should work, enter the force which goes onto the profile, and enter the length of your profile. And now you can see he calculates for you which product is fitting to your need and which one not. So now we see we have got a lot of products here. So, and now let's take one of the biggest benefits. This is if I come to our caps. We have caps for specific purposes, either for design, for saving your employees or your material from scratching, but in the end it's for putting something onto the cutting of the profile. And if you're going to our product catalog, it's about 8 or 9 pages or different categories to find the right cap in the right color for your profile. Within the engineering tool it's easier. You just drag and drop a cap. Now you see those green intersections on the top of the profiles. And if I come close to those intersections, you see this black line. It's our so-called magnet snap line. If I release my mouse button somewhere, you see it's a cap 16 by 8.5 in black. And this one fits on no intersection. If I now take this cap and put it to a profile, you see it's a profile cap line 12, 240 by 120. And this works fine for all of our profiles. Nevertheless, if it's a squared, a rectangular, or an L-shaped profile. And as well, this technology takes care that you cannot produce mistakes. If you see this profile here, it's a line 8 40 by 40 and a line 5 40 by 40. Sometimes it happens that someone is getting a cap 40 by 40 without taking care that he's taking the right profile line. Our software takes care that a cap line 8 and a cap line 5 only fits into the right profile. That's similar to something if we are going to our fastening technology. We said to ourselves, why should you select the right fastener for the right line if you only would like to have a standard fastener? So I take this fastener, place it on a profile line 5. This is the right fastener. Now I can disconnect this one and connect this one to the big profile, line 12. And you see, it's the right fastener with the tapping M12, and everything is fine and correct. This is similar to something if we are now going to our floor elements. I will just select a profile, a knuckle foot, and a base plate. And you see this base plate, it's a line 5 with 5 possible threads. And this knuckle foot, there are 6 possible threads. And here I can do different configurations within my products. But for sure, this base plate 5, 40 by 40, it doesn't fit on this profile. But if I place this base plate at the profile, you see it automatically changes into the right plate, and additionally he adds the screws which are necessary for fastening and the threads for fastening the cap base plate at the profile. Now if I change this thread from this plate to M16, you see there are only 3 possible threads. Now we're going back to our knuckle foot with 6 threads. I can take this knuckle foot, place it at my base plate, and the knuckle foot M5 will change automatically to M16. And if I want to, I could change it now to something else. And that's it. Okay, now let's start with the reason why the engineering tool is called engineering tool. Let's start with the design. I will import the first profile, I will import a cap, and I will import a knuckle foot. And because of this is a leg should stand up. I will rotate it, hit the Alt key on my keyboard, rotate it by 90 degrees, and now the leg fits fine. Now if I would like to take the next profile, it gets no connection. Why not? Because profiles need a profile connection. Of course, now I could import a standard fastener. I could as well rotate this standard fastener for orientation purposes. Now I could place this profile. I will undo this because you know I'm a lazy guy and I do not want to place fasteners manually. Therefore we've got this button, preferred fastener. Now I click on preferred fastener, standard fastener, and as long as this fastener isn't changed, the software will still use standard and standard and standard fasteners. So now I will reuse my products. So I could either make a multi-selection, so hit the control key and select the profiles, or I can just do a double click on my product, click on copy selection, and now I can reuse it. For a standard fastener I have to enter 20, so the middle of the fastener. Again a double click, 5 products selected. And if we go to the summary and you have a look here at the standard fastening set, I say copy, place it. Now you see there are 3 standard fasteners. Move it by the side, double click again, copy, move it away, rotate it by 180 degrees, place the profile, hit the value, and that's it. So, but now to be honest, who would like to buy a table with a size of 200 by 200 by 200 millimeters? No one. Of course, we could change the length of the profiles here, but if I make a double click on my design, you can see those arrows in all directions, and now I can stretch it into any direction. And now we will see another benefit. We will change the fastener to the universal fastener, and I will import two profiles, and you see it's automatically 4 universal fasteners, and together with the universal fasteners there are the drillings as well. Now we'll do this as well for a profile here at the top. Now there's one feature which every CAD user would love to have in his software. We make a multi-selection for different kind of profiles. Now I can click on this arrow, and you see the area, the groups of the profiles, they are getting green, and if I get close to it, they get bright green. Now I release my mouse button, and now those profiles are connected, which means I can change the profiles together. This works very nice and very good, very easy. So you can just use your profiles and that's it. As well, you can place a profile here, change the length, connect it, and as well here it's placed. So the next thing is, if you're going on next, download documentation, or getting to the summary page. On the summary page we can enter a project name, presentation, we can give it a name, demo, video, and we can see the used profiles, the used fasteners, and design consisting of profiles, profiles including fasteners and accessories supplied as a construction kit. We can as well change the quantity of this frame. Now we could download the documentation, get CAD data, or add it to our account. But for these features I need to log in now. This takes some seconds, and while the user login starts, we will go to the tutorials. And now I will show you the feature CAD data by using our video tutorial hub. So open the tutorial videos, hit CAD, click on the video, and this is a YouTube video, which means you can click on full screen. We are going to download CAD data, and the video says click on CAD. And this is exactly the same thing which you know from our website to download a single component like a profile or a T-slot. Select your format, neutral format such that iGES, Parasolid, or something like this. Or as well you can choose your CAD system, so Solid Edge, SolidWorks, Inventor, CATIA, Pro Engineer, Creo, and so on. And now think about how long would it take for you to create a project documentation in your CAD system for a frame like this. Usually the answer is, yeah, round about 30 minutes. 30 minutes for what? 30 minutes for the basic dimensions? Yes. 30 minutes for the bill of material? Yes. But what more? If we click now on download documentation and fully comprehensive and create now. And now our software analyzes the whole frame and has a look on the different cut-offs, all of the machinings, the orientation of the profiles, as well of all of the dimensions which are used. And the software tells to you what it's doing. Preparing data, creating overview, machining processes, rendering different views. Now you can see, okay, exploded views and the assembly instructions. What's that? Now it's saved as a PDF file, which you can either download on your PC or you can directly open it in your web browser. Here you can see our project name, a unique project ID, our description, a link into our project view, and an isometric view of our frame. Now there's an overview and a bill of material. And here you can see there's a unique positioning number, and as well for profiles of the same type and the same length there are different positioning numbers. Why? Of course, that's easy, because as well profiles with the same length can have different machinings. Then on the next pages our software will give you information about the unique number, a drilling table which gives you information on which phase, which number, which drilling is done, and as well a machining drawing for every of this drilling. And this is done for all of the profiles which are in our design. And as if a profile must be produced more often, you will see it here at the top. Now we will scroll down, because this needs to be done for every profile in our design. Then we will come to the isometric view, where you can see the outer dimension and the dimension without accessories in an isometric view and in a multi-view projection. And this here is the reason why we made the decision to show you two dimensions, because it's a design would be worthless for you if you would have this one and only the dimensions without accessories. Because if you only have a limited space in your shop floor and there are 30 millimeters or 36 millimeters more, it won't fit in, and we want to make sure that it fits. Then we've got an exploded view, and in this exploded view you will see again this unique IDs. And maybe this is something which someone of you knows from a big furniture house. On the next pages we have made an analysis, our software have made this. It says I'll start with this part and this part in step 1, at this dimension, use these fasteners, and that's a step-by-step introduction how to assemble your complete frame. If we are now going back to our assembly, we could add it to the cart, or we could create a new variant of this. So we could now tell him save as new project. We will call it version 2 and save it. And now we've got this in our project management here at the bottom. And this is useful if you would like to change something in the end. So now we could go to the summary, select a profile, and change all of these profiles at one time from light to standard. You haven't seen now much, so we will change the color from aluminium colored to black. And now you see how easy it is to change in design afterwards. You can only change the product variants. You cannot change from one profile line, so 80 by 40 to 40 by 40, for instance. We could do this as well with a multi-selection. So if we do not want to change every profile, we could change as well only a couple of them. Change them to two sides closed. And we can do this here as well. Now you see it's not orientated in the right way. Now we can change the position just by using this petrol colored circle. Now again we could continue, add this into the cart, or download the documentation, and if you request this by ETEM or by one of our partners, we will deliver it as soon as possible to you. Thank you for your audience and have a great day, and enjoy saving time by using the ETEM engineering tool. Thank you.